Today is a huge day for Gary Vee, you guys. Apologies, I am fighting through some laryngitis, but we're going to talk about his new NFT project today. It's supposed to drop today. Stay tuned. Hello to all my collectibles, NFT friends, all Gary Vee fans out there. Thanks for joining me today. As I said, I have lost my voice, but I put out pretty much daily content. It's not going to stop me. We're going to keep on going regardless. But thank you very much for joining today. Like I said, today Gary Vee is supposed to drop his big NFT project. There was a tweet that went out actually just as I was about to make this video. I'm making it the night before. So I'm making it Tuesday night to drop Wednesday morning. And he did just put out a tweet that said that it is delayed, that 8 a.m. will not happen. But he didn't say delayed to another day. He's just said 8 a.m. Eastern is not going to happen on Wednesday. So we will continue to monitor. But I still want to talk about this, kind of get everybody's thoughts. There is kind of this, there's rumblings of, is this some sort of a cash grab, or is it, is it legit? Is it something that, his crowd is going to be into? And I think that, I'm a huge Gary Vee fan. I wouldn't have started this channel if it wasn't for him and just the motivation he brings to his audience and to his community. So I feel indebted to him. And so I'm very hopeful that there is, value behind the NFT offering that's not just, a money grab, if you will. And so I'm watching closely. There is a big, NFT person, I guess, Beanie.eth on Twitter, and he had tweeted, or she had tweeted essentially that he or she had gotten a sneak preview of Gary Vee's project, and basically says in the tweet, and I'll post it, that this is a complex project that is not a cash grab. And so I have to take that person's word for it, that there's got to be some added utility. I have to assume that there's access that is related to this project, access to Gary and his team possibly, or there's something to it. But because, and the other reason why I think that it has to be something like that is he was on a live stream today on Tuesday. This will drop on Wednesday, with Dustin, and he just went live to talk, and he was talking about how basically they're going to do a Dutch auction style, and the least expensive options are going to start at 3 ETH, which, if you've been paying attention, 1 ETH is $3,000 roughly, over $3,000. So we're talking about a $9,000 NFT, the cheapest, that will Dutch auction down to 0.5 ETH, which would be about, right now it's about $1,500, $1,700. It's not inexpensive to get in on this project. And so that's where it's like, man, for that kind of money, what's the deal? Like, I want to know. I just kind of had a thought that there would be a lower price point because a lot of Gary's followers are younger. I mean, a lot of his people are, 20, 18, 20, 25, they're younger. So they don't have, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And he does mention that. So there's more to this. There's more to this. I don't know how it's going to break down, but I'm really intently watching, to see how this thing goes. Very interested. There's mention to smart contracts, and there's people that have commented on this, basically saying, like, what's that smart contract going to look like, Gary? And basically his replies are, you're smart to ask that. He wants his fans or his community to understand non-custodial wallets, to understand how to set them up. He said in this live stream, he doesn't want it to be like NBA Top Shot where you can use a credit card. He wants it to be that you've got to get a non-custodial wallet. You have to get ETH. You have to get, whatever, to be able to buy this stuff. Because he is taking the stance of, that this is the next frontier. Internet 3.0 is how he talks about it. And so essentially, he is looking at this as he's trying to educate his audience. That's how I'm taking it, as the audience needs to kind of ramp up, get with the times, get with the program to be able to buy these NFTs. But I think he's using that education to really kind of move the culture into this next digital age. That's the feeling that I get. I think that Gary looks at himself as an influencer that drives culture, and he's not really wrong there. I mean, he has become that, especially for those younger generations. You know, the millennials of the world, and what is it, the Zennials? Is that the younger version of the millennials? I just turned 40, so I'm right on the edge there. I'm the Gandalf of millennials. We're very young Gen Xer. So anyway, he wants his community to be up on this, and so that's another piece of it. There's going to be 10,255 tokens. He says that in this live stream. So he said kind of how many tokens are going to be there, which that's a fair amount of tokens. That's a lot of tokens, but if the least expensive one starts at 3 ETH and comes down to 0.5 ETH at the bottom, that's a serious project. I mean, that's some serious business. I want to see what the most expensive ones look like and what the utility is behind that. What's the play on that? You know, what are you getting in return outside of it being a cool NFT? There has to be something more to it, which we know that there is. There has to be more to it. I personally am not going to get involved in this project. Maybe down the road I will think, oh man, I should have got in, but I just don't have 3 ETH to throw around. And to be honest, I am one of those people that's still stuck, like trying to figure out how to set up the MetaMask and is it a MetaMask? Did I say it right? I don't have ETH. I have a Coinbase account. I don't have a non-custodial wallet. So maybe this will be something that gets me involved. And maybe that's what Gary wants, is to people that don't get involved and see it and be like, oh man, I need to get a non-custodial wallet so that I can get involved in NFTs and this stuff. So are you guys getting involved? Talk to me about it. Is this something that you are planning to buy into? What are your overall thoughts? Is this crazy? Is this a cash grab? What type of utility do you think is going to be attached to this, or what part of that, what's going to be that smart contract that is a benefit outside of it being the digital asset that you can buy and sell on a secondary market? What will be those added benefits? Because there's going to be something. There has to be. What do you think that is? Access to Gary, access to Gary's team, access to AJ, his brother, and some of the things that they're doing. Maybe, I mean, look, AJ, and they're in the sports agency business. Maybe you go to sports events. Maybe Gary just is able to use these tokens to bring you into his world, whatever that is. That might be when he owns the Jets, who knows, and maybe that's the benefit of, like, okay, you get in this on the ground floor, and as Gary, climbs that ladder, buys the New York Jets, you get a box seat one day, in 20 years, you're in the Jet Stadium. I don't know. Of course, it's all speculation, but talk to me in the comments. What does it mean to you? Are you going to get involved? Is it something that is crazy? Do you think, this is kind of dumb, I don't want to do it? Or is it going to be one of those things where we're all like, why did we not figure out how to do this and buy Gary Vee's NFTs? Talk to me about it, guys. Thank you very much for joining, putting up with my voice. This is not how I normally sound, but I'm going to get better, I'll get stronger, and I'll be back. All right, have a great day.